Welcome into Fantasy Unclean. I am your host, along with the other two hosts, Rich Fiddler, Scott Robley, and Frodo Carvel. Scott, how are you doing this week?
Oh,
I mean,
he's in the same boat as me.
Scott, okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I did my job. I have so much hate, I forgot my job.
I'm doing great, man. I missed out on playoffs in one league.
You know what I did right there? That's called, irony, because that's exactly what the Dolphins forgot to do. They forgot to do their fucking job.
Got to do the job. Yeah, exactly. So fantasy football wise, my teams did okay. I was 0.2 points away from making the playoffs in one league. Missed on the other one, but again, I was right on the bubble. But the two main leagues, I'm in third place in both of those, I think. And I keep marching on there. Seahawks did how we thought the Seahawks were going to do.
Yeah, which is why you're not in the same mental state as Frodo.
You know how the saying goes, it's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
I lost my hope.
Yeah.
So now I can just enjoy the game, you know? You
If it's against a good team, not someone fucking 4-10.
Yeah. You went into this game going, hey, I just need Miami to have.
I want to come out healthy.
I just need Miami to go into this game and not even have a crazy game. I need them to have a decent game.
Yeah.
I make it into the playoffs with that happening. I stay the number one seed with that happening.
Yep. And we would have a playoff clinching scenario this week if they had fucking won. But you know what they did? Yeah. Fucking shit the fucking bed with 3 minutes. They're up 27-14.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, that's
the
pretty good.
actual fuck?
Yeah. Did you? I assume you guys saw the stat that out of 762 games of being up by
It's only whenever
14
the- yeah.
points.
Yeah. It's like
since
1,
2016.
500 and something and 2.
Yeah. So I wasn't happy. Not only did it cost my team. One, we went down with injuries left and right. Connor Williams, ACL gone for the year. Our center's gone.
That medical tent was
Fucking
in
hot.
constant use.
Yeah, they didn't
Waddle
fold
was in
back
it
up.
for a
No.
while. Then Tyreek Hill got tackled from behind, hurt his ankle.
that was a rough fucking tackle.
Oh, I'm like, fuck. And then I saw him run back off the field. The drilling knee said he sat down and stiffened up. And he texted his wife, like, hey, this shit really hurts. She's like, oh, well, get your fucking ass back in the game.
He texted his wife.
At the half, yeah.
Oh, at half. I
Yeah,
was
he's
like,
hey, I'm gonna need an ankle massage. This shit hurts. And she's like, yeah. She's like, man up, get the fuck back in there.
yeah. Good
And
job.
he did. He got it back in there. But 100%.
But they didn't. The weird thing is they didn't use him, but he was like
He did have the one big catch down to the.
right. But he was out there running full speed,
Yeah.
or at least close to full speed for
Yeah,
Tyreek.
yeah, right.
Still looked like the
He was
fastest guy on the field.
He was probably only doing 20.
But they didn't use him in
him.
the same way.
Yeah.
We couldn't pass protect
Right.
because
Which is probably part of the reason why.
yeah, we got sacked like 4 or 5 times. Fucking Tron Armstead was out for the game. That we knew that going in.
Yeah.
Then Eichenberg is our left guard. Connor Williams is our center. Robert Hunt was out with his hamstring, our right guard, and then Austin Jackson's our right tackle. Well, we lost Connor Williams. Tron Armstead was out, and Robert Hunt was out, so we had only 2 starting guys. And then one has to move to center, and it was now. So then we put another person in at left guard.
Yeah, so not only did you have 2 starters, but one of those starters had to play out of position, and
Yeah.
so
Like,
it was a rough go of
Yeah.
it, man.
It was just like, this is like, I have faith that the wheels aren't going to fall off, that they're going to get it fucking corrected. We play the Jets. We got 2 weeks. You have to beat the Jets because then it's Christmas and it's Dallas Cowboys. We need the Cowboys to win this week and us to beat them next week, and it'll be better.
Oh yeah, you need him to win this. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I need him to beat the Bills.
Yeah. It was It was a rough game
It was the
all
most
around.
frustrating game I think I've watched in a long time.
But we don't want to hear about the 49ers and how fucking touched by God they are. So, how about your fantasy teams? How are we doing fantasy-wise?
Well, I still lost. I lost to you in Dynasty, but still made the playoffs.
Yep.
I made the playoffs in Bros and Hoes. I missed it in 10.
Mostly also because I went up against as the second highest scoring team in the league. I went up against the lowest scoring team in the league.
In which one?
And he in Dynasty, and he proceeded to get his highest score of this season.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Against me.
And
So
not yet.
I have the second highest score of the league.
Yeah.
It is the second highest score in all of the leagues that I'm in.
Yeah.
But I have the most points scored against me by a large margin in that league, and I missed the playoffs by one place.
Yeah. Yeah.
In our main league, the most important one, I missed the playoffs because it was a win and I'm in. And the Dolphins shit the bed. I lost by
Like Rick
30.
said, ride or die,
Yeah.
Dolphins.
that's the
And-
first time I've missed the playoffs in that league since joining in 2015. So 8 years. I've made the playoffs.
Yeah, I missed it
Every
last
year.
year. I missed it last
Did
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like a wasted year.
Yeah, it is.
I have a lot of points scored, but fucking
your team. I think you had a bad run
Yeah.
towards the beginning of the season,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
or maybe it was
Middle of
week-
the mid-
4, 5,
yeah.
6, 7, something like
Yeah.
that.
something.
And then, Yeah.
I'm really glad that I have a bye in that league
yeah,
because I have CJ Stroud, who's
Oh,
likely not playing.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have Keenan Allen, who's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have one other player that's questionable to play as well. Now, in all fairness, CMC going up against Arizona,
yeah, you like that.
he might win still.
league.
Like
Yeah,
he
your-
might
yeah.
he
Yeah.
he might have me the highest score on the week,
Yeah.
even with multiple players out.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but I needed that rest week.
What did you guys think about my my idea for Bros and Hoes? The Bros and Hoes separate champion, the
Bros versus hoes.
Bros versus Hoes.
Yeah.
Not Bros.
Did you
and
read
Hoes.
that?
Yeah,
No, I
he
didn't
has.
see
it. I didn't think- yeah.
yeah. So
You'll have to go in and take a look.
So basically, we're doing 2 championships in Bros and Hoes. We're doing the standard one, and then we're doing a
Best of.
guys versus girls bracket. So
Okay.
but to get everybody in that tournament, a 12-team league, I couldn't do it versus people. So we're just doing points for.
Yep.
So highest points for this week, top 3 teams move on to the next round.
Yep.
And then the top team out of that week moves on to the championship week. And therefore, then you've got the highest scoring girl versus the highest scoring guy. And whoever, I think I said Broiest to Bros or Queen of the
Hoes.
Queen Hose.
Queen
Yep.
Swifty.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So even though, like, both you guys are out in that league.
yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, you
Yeah,
made it
I'm
into
in.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
It was $10. You guys are both out in.
Yeah, I never fucking make the playoffs for some reason in that one.
Yeah. This was my year, man. I was so excited I was going to be it.
I have no business being where I'm at in that league.
Yeah.
I'm like surrounded by like people that have scored like 250 plus more points than I have, but somehow I'm in third.
Yeah. That's the league that you're not talking about because
you're Charlie and Willy Wonka. Well, you're just lucky to be here.
That one
Yeah.
is legit. I have that curse where whoever goes against me just has the shittiest week.
Yes, dude. You got the bot. You got the poison.
Yeah.
What's up,
I
Amanda?
probably play you.
So
Actually, I think we do.
so I'm excited about that one because also for
Oh no, I play Isaac.
people like Ashley who did pretty well throughout the league,
Yeah.
throughout the season, but
Gives
just-
them something to do for
Yeah.
the next couple of
and
weeks.
and I feel like I can probably stop giving Lonnie shit now
Because she's in second.
because not because she's in second because she's always been in a high position because she's just been winning like crazy, but her points finally caught up.
Yeah.
like
The
so
last
she
few
got
weeks-
so many
The last few
dubs,
weeks.
like just squeaked out against shit team.
Because she had that curse
she
as
had
well.
the poison. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or she had the poison, not a curse. She had a curse to opposing teams.
Yes,
Where
yeah.
they would have their worst week. Because she won, I think, 2 matches
Yeah.
where she was the 11th scoring team.
Oh my god, dude.
One of them was against
Yeah.
Amanda.
And-
But I think she had another one where she
So
was
she
like
was
10th
the
or 11th. 10th
11th
or 11th.
scorer.
Yes. And
Just
she
happened to play 12.
Yeah.
Wow, you see that a lot with the number 1 and number 2.
And she did that on 1 week where I was like the second highest score and lost.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Goddamn, dude. No, we're it's fantasy playoffs. I'm excited to be back in it.
I made it in 3 of the 4 leagues that we're in. Mm-hmm. I missed in Dynasty by that much.
Our leagues this year seemed like across the board were very even leagues.
Yes.
Well, it's the same way if you look at the NFL right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's where I was getting to. Is it seems like the median of the league is down. Like so, everything's more competitive.
In the NFC, there's 6 teams that are 6 and 7. Mm-hmm. And then in the AFC, I believe there's 7 teams that are 7 and 6 right now.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, there's 7.
So it's like you have
So you get the top
I mean, in
couple.
the AFC, you don't really have any outliers right now because I think between first place and 11th in the AFC right now is 2 games.
Really?
Yeah. Whereas the NFC, you have 3 teams that are
Out in front.
outpacing everybody else
Yeah.
right now.
Philly, Niners, and Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly's been on a bit of a rough streak, but
Yeah.
they also have had 2 very tough games.
Yeah, I'm hoping
back
that
to
they.
back.
I'm hoping that they suck. I'm really hoping because I would love to squeak out a win. If I can squeak out a win against Philly this week, if I can manifest the Seahawks a win, then we have a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah.
If we lose this week, we're out. I don't know if we're mathematically out, but we're done.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask that. So I think we're all collectively in agreement the Niners are winning the NFC West.
Yes.
The Lions at this point, with Green Bay losing this last week,
And Vikings sucking.
more than likely, Lions are taking the NFC North.
Right. Whether or not they deserve to or not.
Speaking of, how bad was that Raiders-Vikings game? 3-0? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
And honestly, we may have another one of those this
Yep.
week.
On Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, because you have 2 teams that have been relatively good on defense and very lackluster on offense, and now they're going to be even worse on offense because
in fact, maybe that's going to help. Maybe it's going to be the Zach Wilson effect
Maybe.
of fuck it. You know what? I'm out here. I'm gonna.
who do you think takes the NFC East? You think it's Giants or not Giants? Do you think it's Cowboys or Eagles?
I like the Giants as the dark horse.
I think the Cowboys...
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Cowboys are going to be able to do it. I'm more and more.
I have to hold out hope that they'll have another loss against the Dolphins, but I mean,
the Cowboys, their remaining schedule, they have. I don't know if they host. I don't think they host. I think they're at Bills this weekend. Today.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
at Bills.
Yeah. They've been much better at home. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Do you guys host them or do you have them?
we host them.
Okay. So they have 2 back-to-back games where they're traveling.
Yep.
So we'll see if they're able to keep up because their couple of good wins that they have been against winning record teams have both been at home. So they're traveling to Buffalo
Yeah.
and then they travel to Miami. Whereas the Eagles travel to Seattle, but then they have Giants, Washington, Giants, something like that.
I was going to say, I think they have a couple of NFC East games
Yeah,
left.
a couple of cream
it's
puff
divisional
games
games.
after.
It's not Washington. It's Arizona. What?
No, they already played
Giants,
theirs.
Arizona.
No, they already lost to Arizona.
No.
Yeah, early in the
Eagles.
se-
Oh, Eagles. Oh, yeah, it's.
That was-
I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
like that,
yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's Giants, Eagles, or Giants, Cardinals, Giants to finish out the season. So
Yeah.
basically, if the Eagles can win this week against Seattle, I don't really see them losing.
This is a cake.
Yeah.
This is a cake finish of the season. I mean, even right now, I mean, the Seahawks defense can't stop anybody.
And all
so.
they have to do, even if the Cowboys win their remaining games, all the Eagles have to do is win theirs, and they have the tiebreaker.
Right.
So, I still think that the Eagles will take the division unless they lose this week, because I think there's a good chance that Dallas could win out.
Dallas at Bills, at Dolphins, Lions at Cowboys.
I mean,
So
on
they
paper,
finished-
I think they have the second hardest
Yeah.
Finish.
remaining schedule, which
The
makes
Cowboys.
sense because they've had a really cakewalk schedule up to this, other than
Right.
against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my answer. Eagles. Eagles are gonna take it, just based on that schedule alone. Like you can't, even
Yeah.
if they lose to the Seahawks for some reason, they're still gonna finish with
3-1 on the season, most
Yeah.
likely,
Something like
unless
that,
the
yeah.
Giants are a lot better than what they. I mean, if they are playing the way they have been playing.
yeah. Who knows, man? That's gonna be an interesting one to follow.
Who takes the South?
NFC
you,
South.
You have a 3-way tie right now for first.
What's their
Right now, Tampa Bay's leading
Tampa Bay's schedule?
due to tiebreakers. So
Yeah, 6 and
Yeah.
7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7. Panthers at 1 and 12.
I think as of right now, the only
Packers.
teams that are actually mathematically eliminated from playoffs are the Panthers and New England. Are the only teams that are actually
So
eliminated.
Bucks have they're at the Packers,
home against Jacksonville.
home against Jacksonville, home against
Honestly, they
Saints.
could lose
Three of
three
those.
three of those games.
Yeah.
Yes, they could.
Where the Saints look like, they play the Bucks, Falcons.
Falcons are
should win
at
that one.
Panthers.
Could lose that one.
Could lose that one against
That's
the
a toss-up.
Colts, Bears.
Theirs
and
have been
Saints.
playing better, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them
I'm,
going.
I'm
2
gonna
and
say
2.
the Saints might sneak in and take it.
who do they play? So they have
Giants, Rams.
They got the hardest
Saints.
schedule.
Oh yeah, it's
And
a
it's
total
not
flip.
that hard of a schedule, but it's the hardest schedule.
I would say Tampa has the best shot just because they're the better of the three teams. I think.
And what's
No, they were
their?
great.
Oh, I don't have their division stats on here. I don't think. No,
Yeah.
I don't. But
I think Tampa's going to take it, but it wouldn't surprise me if I don't think the Saints take it. I think it's
No, I don't think
Tampa or Atlanta.
it doesn't seem like the Saints can put anything together for a strike. So they'd have to put together a 4-game streak too.
And they can't stay healthy either.
Right. Yeah, I don't feel like the Falcons can do it. I mean, they're on the outside. So
They
yeah,
could if
I
they
would
just
I
gave
would
the ball.
I would put
Bijan
it
the ball.
exactly as it is right now.
Yeah.
Bucks, Falcons, Saints, in that order. But that's only because one of them has to win,
Yeah.
right?
So then, obviously, I think we all agree Baltimore's going to take the AFC North.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's going to take the AFC South.
Yeah, probably. Because I think that their lead they have right now.
God, even the AFC West is a mess.
I think the Broncos could.
I'm honestly thinking the Broncos might take that division.
yeah. God, and
This week is going to be really telling for
they got-
Broncos. Are going to. I think the Broncos take out the Lions. I think the Broncos take out the Lions, no problem.
They have a cakewalk of a schedule. Last 3 games.
Chiefs play.
Broncos are at Lions.
Patriots.
Patriots are at home. Chargers are at home. Then they're.
I
on
think
the
they
road to
win all
Raiders.
4 of those games.
I think they win
Yeah.
all 4 of those. Yeah.
With
yeah.
the way they've been playing.
Yeah, then they'll be, 11? 11-6?
Yeah.
They'll be 11 and
And
6.
Chiefs
and
playing.
Chiefs
They have a
are
pretty easy schedule. Not that Bengals one.
Patriots, Raiders, Bengals, Chargers.
They could.
They
3
do
of the
have the
one.
harder schedule, but it's not that much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They have the tie breaks. They've swept the No. Did they sweep the Broncos?
No. They're 1-1.
The 1-1. Okay, so it comes down divisional.
So then it'll be divisional at that point. So this game are gonna be that's gonna be a weird finish to see who ends up on top.
Yeah.
Because for fuck's sake, the Raiders and the Chargers are not out of contention.
Chargers are.
I mean, not mathematically. Like they could win 4 games.
Yeah.
And
Who's the backup in San Diego or LA or whatever?
It is.
Is it Mannion?
No,
he's
it's
in,
Duggar? No.
Stick.
it is son of a bitch. I hate the way that they laid this out.
Easton Stick.
Easton Stick.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot he went there.
Yep. So,
Yeah. Stick to start Thursday. Okay, cool.
But who knows what's going on with Keenan Allen?
Right.
Yeah, you just
And
don't know.
None of their other receivers want to play either,
By the way,
even when they're on the field.
I'd be in one more championship or one more playoff if I'd have played Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
But I didn't play Austin Eckler. Now, wait, no, that's in my. I think that was in Dynasty, so I'm in already.
Yeah.
But anyway, I banked Austin Eckler, played Barkley and Bijan. I mean, I've got a stacked running back core,
Right.
which is why I was afforded the ability to do that. But that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him go 3 weeks in a row with under 9 points each week, and then they say, all right, we're gonna split the carries, go with a hot hand, and then he goes fucking bananas again, and then that sucks.
Yes.
So all right,
Well-
so how did we do last week then?
Terrible.
Huh? Did you want to say something?
Nope.
Okay.
We did it. We did about as well as Miami's defense.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
So not good then.
Not good.
They did
Okay.
great in the first 3 quarters of the game.
We missed 7 games altogether.
Okay.
In fact, we pushed on one that we all agreed on. And
What game was that?
the Minnesota and Las Vegas game.
Whoa.
Because it's a 3-point spread.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh wait. Yeah, because never mind. They were -3, so we got that one. So we all got
-3, so we get that one?
yeah because they won. Or wait, no, that's still
That's
a
a
push.
push.
It's a
That's still a
push.
push.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I was thinking about that correctly. Yeah, that was. So yeah, we pushed on that one. We all got Cleveland correct because they won their game by 4, and the spread was 3.5.
Oh, got Miami wrong.
And we all got Denver
Okay.
beating the Chargers.
Okay.
Every other one that we all agreed on, we got wrong.
Sure did.
Oh, fantastic.
Great.
So Frodo, you had a high of 5. I was tied with you.
Yay.
Hi.
High.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you had
Oh my.
you had your favorite number. That's correct.
That
3?
sucks. That's not great, man.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah.
What did
That's
what,
3 was
the
the exact amount of minutes Dolphins had
You were
left
correct.
in the game.
You were correct on New Orleans winning.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I got that.
And then again,
And then
you
the-
agreed
the-
with us on Cleveland, and you agreed with us on Denver.
Holy shit. Well, I picked already for this week. So basically, you guys could end up changing my mind on something.
Yeah.
But I decided this week that I wanted to go into it like I wanted to nail it down ahead of time and not be swayed too much.
And not surprisingly, we all missed our parlays.
What?
Shocker.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Okay. First one's a banger.
Yeah, this game's gross.
Chargers at Vegas?
We were just talking about this a little bit. We
Yeah.
got the Chargers at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is 3-point favorites.
Yeah, give me Vegas.
We don't know for sure if Josh Jacobs is going to play yet.
Nope.
There's not been any official word that he's out or that he's playing.
But I know Justin Herbert's not playing,
Nope.
and Keenan Allen is most likely out.
He's out.
Out,
He's been
yeah.
listed as out now.
Give me Raiders at home.
So I'm going back to my parlay so that way I can see it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that just because Like this has an over-under of like 34 points. I didn't write down over.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah,
another
yeah.
3-0
It's
game.
not hitting 34 points. There's no possible way this hits 34
Right.
points.
Right.
Unless it's like a bunch of fucking defensive shit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Raiders down on that one too.
Next up, we have Minnesota traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is 3-point favorites in this game.
Cincinnati, because they look better than we expected,
So
and the Vikings look like shit.
Justin
last couple
Jefferson
weeks.
is playing,
Uh-huh.
and it is changing over to Nick Mullins, which, in all fairness, was the original plan. Josh Dobbs was a stopgap
To get
until Nick Mullins was back from his.
so Dobbs is not getting benched. He was
the plan all along.
he was the
So
third string.
in all fairness, he was, because I think Nick Mullins was back last week. I think, but I don't think he got any of the starter reps because
They're still easing him
he
back.
had been playing. Josh Dobbs had been playing relatively well.
And what was his injury?
I want to say it was a undisclosed family thing that he was
Okay.
away. He was away from the team.
Mullins?
On.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know that 100%, but so it is a change of quarterback. It is with Justin Jefferson back, but with the way Cincinnati's been playing since Jake Brownings's taken over. They've looked good.
Yeah, they have. They really have.
So Jamar Chase is questionable right now, ankle or something. But I would assume he's gonna play.
Yeah,
I would assume he is.
I think so too. I'm not sure that changes my mind too much on this.
Not really.
I'm taking the Bengals here.
Yep.
Next up, we have Pittsburgh traveling to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is 1.5-point favorites.
Is Jonathan Taylor back, or is he?
Jonathan Taylor is not back yet. He was not put on IR, and this is week 3 of him being out.
Okay,
So,
so we don't.
and by the way,
know-
these so that was the Chargers in Las Vegas was Thursday night, or is Thursday night, and then Minnesota and Cincinnati are the first of 3 games on Saturday this week because there's no college games.
Right.
There's no college games right now. Their plan is for him to return to running back at some point this season.
it doesn't sound like they plan on him.
I don't believe he will be in this
back
game.
this weekend.
I don't think there's any chance he plays this game.
That's okay. I'm still taking Indianapolis.
I am as well.
What was the spread again?
1.5. So it's basically a pickup.
What was it? Who were they playing again?
Pittsburgh.
With Trubisky? Yeah, Colts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because is Pickett's out for the season, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, he might be back, but he's still surgery. I forget what surgery he had, but
Oh, that's right. It was like a 2 to 3 week
turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the earliest, it would be after this week, but that would be on the super because
Yeah.
he got surgery on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, he's not coming back this week.
Yeah.
No. His ankle. It was on his ankle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next up, the final game on Saturday is Denver traveling to Detroit. Detroit is 4-point favorites.
This spread blows my mind.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm putting the mortgage on Denver on this one.
What are they?
The over/under.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where are we at?
Keep
going.
All the way up. There we
There it
go. Over/under 48 points. That seems high too.
108.
Yeah.
But
Broncos.
and, I mean, in all fairness, in the games that Detroit's in are high-scoring games. If they're saying
Yeah.
they're going to win, they're guessing that it's going to be a high-scoring game.
It's true.
This is one that's hard because the Lions have not looked the Lions the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever since that Bears game.
Honestly, the Lions haven't beat anybody good. They beat KC week 1.
Yeah.
Right. But
and then they beat,
what we figured out is that KC's not KC.
KC's not
Yeah.
KC, and since then, Detroit's won some games, but all of the teams that are decent this year, they've lost to.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you guys. I think Denver, because they've ever since the Dolphins game, they've gotten a lot more competitive.
Yeah, they started 1-5.
Yeah.
And they are currently 7-6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they were close to winning last week's game.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement so far.
Or a week before, is whatever it was.
That's
yeah.
not ideal. Somebody's got to get spicy here.
next up we have KC traveling to New England.
I don't think it's going to get spicy here.
No.
I don't think this is the game.
KC is 7.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. No matter whatever fucking Bailey Zappi did on last Thursday Night Football is not happening in this game. I feel like the Chiefs are going to be pissed because of...
I'm
By the way-
taking New England.
Ooh, that's spicy. I'm not.
I am.
What I
Not necessarily to win. I'm taking
you're taking the points.
I'm taking the points.
Yeah.
But I honestly I wouldn't be surprised if New England wins this game.
I just want to point out real quick how fucking garbage it is that the Chiefs were screaming and yelling about the offsides penalty.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
I've wanted to talk about this since I watched the game.
Let's talk about it.
I understand that a wide receiver being offsides is a ticky-tack call.
Yep. And it also happens a lot.
It does.
Happens a
It does,
lot,
and
and
it
it's not
doesn't get
called.
called. And that's why most of the time when you see receivers line up, they will look either at the line or they will look over at the line judge.
Yep.
And get the okay.
Yep.
However, even if you don't look over and verify, if you are over said line,
yeah.
especially how far he was.
He was not like a little bit.
He was looking
He was-
back at the center.
Yes, he was basically lined up with Buffalo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was a long ways over the
Right.
line. It wasn't just a toe.
Right.
Their big thing was that it had no effect on the play.
Right.
Which, yes, it did not.
A lot of penalties have no effect on the play.
Right.
What happens if a defensive lineman that doesn't get any pressure,
Shifts too suddenly? I don't know.
no, if a defensive lineman lines up offsides
Yeah.
and they're in the neutral zone and their head's on that side, that play gets to continue.
It's a free play.
It's a free play.
Yep.
And they get to go, which is why one of the things that was brought up, Peyton Manning said, why not just call the play dead? The caveat to that is
It could have been a pick six.
it could have been a pick six, and then the defense could decline it.
Yes.
Or the defensive
Just
team
the
could.
same way that you're
Same
talking
exact
about.
way. But the thing is.
It's a free play for the defense.
Exactly. But the thing is, if that happens and a defensive lineman lines up off sides, if he never pressures the quarterback, never touches the quarterback, that literally has no effect on the play. But if that was a pick thrown,
Yep.
you know that KC is going to be saying he was off sides.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're exactly right. It's the free play mentality just applied to the defense
Yes.
instead of the offense.
Yes.
And
And the Chiefs think no call should go against them.
And that was the part that frustrated me the most is there are a lot of plays that happen that have no effect when a holding call happens on the other side of the field from where the ball is.
Right.
or when
and-
DK Metcalf's getting into a fight on this side of the field and he doesn't have anything to do with the play.
When the ball's ran the other direction.
Yeah.
Why do they need to get a penalty for that? I don't know. God.
But that's my point though is you can't call out and say it had no effect on the play. Correct. It did not. There are a shit ton of plays that are called
yeah.
or flags that are called
Yeah.
that literally have no effect on the play.
Yeah.
That result in a first down or
Right.
whatever that they have benefited from numerous times.
He's getting pink eye.
So like
Haven't wiped
that's
in 3 days.
like that's where my frustration with
Yeah.
that whole thing is,
Right.
and the amount that he was blowing up on the sideline
Right.
was ridiculous.
And I'm with, and I like Josh Allen's take on this, which is he doesn't owe me an apology. They lost the game. That sucks. It sucks to lose a game that way because, he can't, Patrick Mahomes came up to Josh Allen at the end of the game.
And was
said-
bitching and
was
moaning.
bitching about it. And Josh Allen's exactly right. You got to let the guy vent. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
Right. It's fine to be pissed off about it. It's fine to be like, blah, blah, blah. But to be sticking to that after seeing the tape,
It was
oh, fuck yourself.
yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I understand being frustrated by it.
Yep.
Especially for a call that on paper looks super dumb.
Right.
Looks super dumb and is rarely called. In fact, it's only been called 11 times, and that's what everybody has pointed out. It's only been called 11 times this year. It was only called twice last year.
Yeah. So it's being called more this year.
Correct.
And,
like they are adamantly going towards trying to being like, hey, step the fuck back.
We have some rules. Let's go ahead and follow them.
Not to
It's
mention,
on the receivers though. Like
Right. Right. Just because for some
you can look, like you don't have to look at the line. Now, I understand if it's a 2x2 and you want to make sure you're within proper spacing that you're supposed to be. So,
Right.
so that way, because you can't have too many people on the line and there's got to be that certain gap that you have, either somebody is up far enough or not back far enough.
oh, I forget I forget what.
nothing.
I'm confused.
It's okay.
You're fine.
It's okay. It's probably best you don't know.
Now I need to know.
I'd just go get some penicillin tomorrow or something. I don't know.
Oh,
You might have pink eye.
I'm not smelling anything. Did you fart in my headset?
Nah, I just went ahead and rubbed this on my taint, and then don't worry, I went over the clothes taint action, so
I put that in my butt.
I know.
I'm surprised how clean it is. I forget who. What's the show with Ocho and first
Get up.
Get something like that. Whatever it is.
The League season 1.
Oh yeah. I
No,
forgot.
season 2.
2. Yeah. But him and Shady, I forget what receiver is on there. Greg Jennings, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, I have never once in all of the fucking games I've played ever once been offside. You know why? Because I look over and I see the ball. I look down, I see my feet. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking offsides.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like they throw the flag immediately.
And it's
They're
not like you're staring at the ball waiting for it, and then you're going.
right, exactly. Wide receivers are always staring at the ball anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have to look behind you
Hey,
to see the fucking ball,
am I lined up right?
that's an
Yeah.
issue.
And not only that, is their fucking right tackle is always fucking illegal formation, and always starting early.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to like go watch every single game, the right tackle, almost every single play, jumps early. It's like they've just decided that that's okay, which is fine.
But
As
not the
long as they
formation, at
don't-
least, yeah.
As long as they don't start.
Well, all the other
flagging one team.
all
for
the
it.
other right tackles went. Whoa, Leighton Johnson's jumping kind of early.
Yeah,
We'll do that too.
Maybe I'll start doing that.
yeah,
I didn't know we could do that. You can.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can.
You can. Not written down anywhere, but you can until they decide you don't need to.
Yeah, and
it's-
that's the funniest thing is because any other fucking slight ass movement on the fucking offensive line
Yeah.
gets a penalty. Like somebody twitches
Yes.
and it's a fucking it's a 5-yard penalty.
I've seen
but
fucking.
Lane Johnson fucking leaps his ass backwards before the ball has even been
He's
hiked,
fucking
Yeah.
doing a salsa on the way back.
and nobody calls it.
I've seen false starts called by just the fucking center going
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
just that little movement, and that's a false start.
But right tackles get to just fucking tap dance their way back, and it's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. All right. Anyway, so
Anyways.
the Chiefs are 7.5 point favorites. I'm taking the Chiefs. You're taking the Chiefs. Rick is gonna lose.
Yep, probably. But you know
That
what?
feels dirty.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I start of all these matchups.
I mean, if I lose my parlay, I still would be happy because that puts the Chiefs farther away from the Dolphins.
Did you put the Chiefs? Do you have the Chiefs in your parlay?
Yeah.
This week, nice.
Next up,
That's a safe one. I like that.
we have the New York Jets. The offensive player of the week, New York Jets.
The juggernaut.
Traveling to Miami.
Who's going to be pissed the fuck
Walkout
off?
stepmoms everywhere.
Miami
Zach Wilson's
is
back.
8.5 point favorite. There's probably quite a few of them there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably quite a few.
Miami is 8.5 point favorites.
I'm taking Miami. We need to get healthy somehow, or patch something up on the offensive line. But I
I
don't
worry
see
about
them-
your offensive line, but not against the Jets.
yeah.
I mean, I worry about the offensive line,
I
but I
guess-
think that they were. I think I'm not sure that the Jets on defense were already tough enough that I think that the game plan for the Dolphins isn't going to change much. Now, if
Is
I
this
were
the
to-
first time you've played on this?
No, we beat them Black Friday.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
guys fucking blew them out of the fucking water.
Yeah, 37 to 17 or 10 or
And
something.
Tyreek
What's
had a huge
going
fucking game.
on with
Yeah.
Tyreek?
He's day to day. He said that he thought when he got tackled, he's like, in the moment, like I thought like, oh, my fucking ankle popped. But, like he sat there, stood up, adrenaline hit. I ran off the field, but then I sat and I got stiff. But he still entered the game.
The fantasy footballers were talking about that, and they were like, hey, Tyreek, maybe don't run off the field at fucking full speed.
Yeah.
He's like, I only have one speed.
But he's day to day. I have every feeling like he's going to be playing. They're going to tape the shit out of his ankle. Whether he's there for a decoy to open other people up.
Right.
But him
Because
hurt.
he's going to have Sauce Gardner on him.
Yeah, and he still wants that record. So
Yeah, because this game didn't help him.
he was at 67 yards or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
It
a
hurt.
perfectly fine wide receiver 2 number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like what did he end the week on as far as wide receiver ranks? You guys see?
I don't know.
Oh, look. I'll look
Probably
it up.
not super high because he didn't have a touchdown,
touchdown
or anything
either,
either. So he was probably in the wide receiver 2 range.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like,
But I think the Dolphins are going to win this. I don't
Debo was one.
know if
I want to talk about
he'll be by 8.5. I'm going to take the Dolphins because they're at home. We were at home first Monday night game in 6 years, and we fucking shit the bed. They're going to come out pissed. They're going to.
That's been a trend for Monday night games.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a Monday night
No.
game if you haven't been there in a while.
I think they're going to go out and try to fucking just embarrass the Jets.
I think so too. I think that they're going to come in hard on this one, and I think that
Vic Fangio's chewing the fucking shit out of the defense. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they step up on this one. It'll be interesting to see how Zach Wilson steps
You guys
up
just
on
brought
this
somebody back.
Melvin Ingram,
Melvin Ingram.
yeah,
one. So I'm taking the Dolphins as well on this one.
Yeah, I can't.
it's not a high over under, but I think they're thinking the Dolphins are going to score most of the points.
Well,
'cause-
when you're 8.5 point favorites, that's
29 points for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
yeah,
So at home, where they
usually
will do fine.
like we still scored 27, but we should have fucking had. Literally, we should have been. What was that 39 points? Or really, we should have been at.
yeah. I mean, you guys.
Yeah.
There was no reason for you guys to lose that game because
Nope.
you guys were up by 13 points going.
With 3 minutes left.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left, and
Yeah. Unfortunate.
yeah.
Next up, we got the Bears.
Nope. We have the Giant.
See, that's what I-
get.
I see on the app. I've got the Giants as well.
Yeah.
I was looking at the TV.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go with the Giants at
The Saints.
New Orleans.
The Giants are surprising the shit out of me.
New Orleans is 5.5 point favorites.
I'm going to take the Giants here.
I am also taking the Giants here.
I took the Saints. I took the Saints on this one, and this was my big gamble of the week. I feel like I'm taking the underdog by taking the Saints. This is the one that I had the most question mark.
You have been a Saints believer this year.
I have been a Saints. I wouldn't go that far, but I have put more money on the Saints than not on the Saints.
Based on the picks, you have been a Saints believer.
That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing.
He's a believer.
It also
My vote-
reflects in the fact that you have not been doing as well as we have.
My voter's card says Republican. So,
Let's make football great again.
yeah, so I'm taking the Saints. I don't feel great about it. I also just don't know that that I'm super on board with the Giants and what they've been doing.
I just hope I can't be hurt by Kamara again on Christmas.
Yeah.
He's not on my team.
Well, I don't know who I'm playing yet.
Yeah. You're probably playing whoever has Kamara.
Probably.
It might be me. What league?
I'm in 3 right now, so I got to make it to the next
What's
round.
what's
Or
the
two.
Saints?
I think I've got him in
Who
one
the
shitty.
who the Saints play in 3 weeks?
Let's find
2
out.
weeks.
2 weeks. Well, this week, next week would be the 3rd week. 3 weeks from now.
This week's the 16th?
This is the first round of playoffs. Then there's
This is the
Yeah.
15th
Yeah.
week.
So, but I was hurt on Christmas. So that's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
oh yes, you were assaulted on Christmas.
Yeah, so they play
The Bucks.
Oh, they play Thursday. I can't be hurt by Kamara on Christmas.
No, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, he can just ruin your Christmas weekend because it also happened on a Thursday.
Well, it probably
La-
did.
the
Yeah, it
the
probably
the
did.
last game was
Yeah.
on a Thursday. I remember because you were like, well, at the very
Because
least, I know I
it was
lost.
it was the first game of the week. You're
Yep.
right.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
the first game of the week.
So
I don't
Oh my
know-
God, hold up! That might be the first time I remembered something that you guys didn't
That's a good
remember.
point.
Out of
That's a good point.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's true.
Not autism
It
up
was
here.
it was the very first game of the week, and I knew I had lost.
Yeah.
Yep.
That takes a lot of pressure off.
It really did.
Yep.
I wasn't sweating that fact right up until the end.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys are both Giants.
Yep. In your Saints.
Next up, we have Chicago traveling to Cleveland.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Random wombat fact number 2. It takes a wombat 4 to 7 days to digest food. Not unlike this guy. So,
No, that's
no.
No, he
that's
digests
incorrect.
foods very
Super
quickly.
fast. Yeah, a hobbit digests its food within 2.5 hours.
I'm actually not so sure about that. I think what you're thinking is that that's the meal you just ate, but it's 4 days ago
That
that
could
you
be
ate
true.
that.
No, because I'd say
Based on the smell, that may be accurate.
the smell has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. It does.
Speaking of, no, I can tell you the fact that nothing lasts in my stomach more than 4 to 5 hours. Like
Okay.
it's fucking 4 to 5 hours. It's gonna be finding its way out at some point.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of,
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm gonna get back to that.
our main head tech, Joe. The other morning, I was like, had coffee. I'm like, okay, it's a brown time, and there's in the shop. There's 2 bathrooms. One was tied up, so I went to the other one. The other person was not out by the time I got out, and whatever I did in there was offensive to me. And I go, Joe, you don't want to. He's like, I have to. He's like, I'm sorry.
Nobody has to.
No,
He
Joe.
opens the door. He's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Joe. You do not want to.
Not have to.
If
came
Frodo tells you it's not safe,
I came to check on him later. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I might be out sick. I go, I told the service manager, I'm like, I'm pretty sure Joe's going to pink eye in for a couple days.
So hold
you've
on.
already been banned from a service bathroom.
I feel like I need to go
Mason,
reacquaint myself with that.
How did you light yourself on fire today, or Monday morning? I would really like to know that.
Yeah, because diesel is inflammable like that.
Well, he's
Good point.
he's welding.
Oh, you're welding.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Okay.
That you're welding wrong.
You're not doing a great job, buddy.
That bead does not go across your arm.
Rick has the video. You have the video.
I guess I didn't see that you lit your arm on fire in that one. I must have stopped it too soon. I'll have to look at it again.
Oh,
I'll show them at the
it's
same
a
time.
little offensive.
Yeah.
You just got caught
Oh, the problem
ignoring
is,
videos.
yeah, I was hanging out with your son when he sent it to
Oh, yeah, he's more important.
me,
Sorry,
and your
buddy.
son kept trying to steal my phone every time I tried to watch it.
Yeah, you can't watch that. Somebody's getting lit on fire. All right.
We haven't showed. Bears at Browns.
Yeah, Bears and
Bears and
Browns.
Browns, yeah.
Cleveland is 3-point favorites.
I'm actually going to go with Bears here.
I already have it written down. I'm taking the Bears.
I got the Bears.
Yeah.
I got the Bears. And I have them to win, by the way. I don't have this,
I think they win this game.
this ninny little 3-point underdog.
Cleveland's got
Dog
a lot of injuries
A lot of them. Yeah.
piling up on defense.
Yeah.
Cleveland has a lot of injuries in general,
Yes.
And they have Flacco starting.
but Flacco's actually been good. Flacco and
There's
Njoku have been.
no way that Flacco should be throwing 46 times a game, dude.
Yeah.
That's great, but that's classic
Well,
Flacco.
when you only have to do it for
That's
like
classic
6 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Yeah, he probably has like a whole thing of Insure on the sideline to help him, even though he's younger than I am.
Next up, we have Atlanta traveling to Carolina. Atlanta is 3-point favorites.
Carolina just can't find a way to fucking win.
Yeah, no, they're 1-12.
Really bad.
Bryce
Yeah, and
is I mean, his team is not helping him, but right now he's not showing any signs of being that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
But I feel I don't want to discount him because the whole fucking coaching shit is fucking horrible.
So I completely understand that, and I completely agree. However, even when people are on bad teams, they still show signs of being able to be able to make the plays that needs to. Some type of a flash. He's like a dead flashlight right now.
I was thinking the other day, I wonder if there's something to the idea of not taking a quarterback early that's supposed to take the job, because there's so much pressure on that guy to be that guy.
Yeah.
The Zach Wilson effect from this last week of nobody thinks I'm going to win. Nobody expects me to win. I should just go out there and fucking sling it. And he had one of his best games.
Yeah.
No, his best game.
His best game.
Ever.
Yeah. And
When you're telling your linemen, what are they going to do? Bench me again?
right. And good for him. Like, I mean, that's a good mentality to have in this scenario. But like Brock Purdy was not supposed to be a starter. He was buried.
Yeah.
Like, he luckily made the 53-man roster.
Right.
When we were headed to the Dolphins game, I almost picked up Purdy but I didn't want to jinx your team with Garoppolo, so I left him there. But I'm like, I have a feeling Garoppolo's going to get knocked the fuck out of this game. I just didn't want to jinx your team, but I mean, in the end, it worked out really well.
Yeah, So the Purdy effect. I mean, there's a lot of things going right for Purdy. This is one of those things. Now, to your point, you still have to throw the ball.
Right.
You still have to drop it in those fucking dimes, man. Like, when he's on, he is on.
Yeah.
He has some of the best accurate passes in the league.
I did enjoy it in this game compared to against the Eagles, where the Eagles was a lot of short passes because that's what was open. Because their linebackers were terrible.
Take what they give you, right?
Yeah. Like, why force it into a spot that's not available when everything underneath it is?
Right. They're like, we're going to take away the big play. Well,
yeah,
go for it.
And then you have plays like in the game against Seattle where he layered a ball into Debo perfectly for like, and the pass itself was like 40 yards. Scott's plugging his ears because he doesn't want to think about this game. But nonetheless. It didn't shut anybody up in the sense that everybody after the Eagles game was like, he's not an MVP candidate. Honestly, I don't give a fuck if he wins the MVP.
Right.
But I'm just tired of everybody saying where
ring.
it's just the playmakers. Yes, he has good players around him.
Yes.
So is every other good quarterback that's ever been a good quarterback.
Right.
He has players around him that he's good. Gronk was really good for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Right.
Wes Welker was really good. Julian Edelman was really good.
Right. Right.
Like, but
this is This is different in that the caliber that your team has is, I would take any of your receivers versus basically all of those receivers. And everybody in their prime and everything like that. And I think the difference is that we're going to get to the end of this season, and if you guys go to the Super Bowl and you guys win, CMC is going to be there's a higher chance that CMC is going to be the MVP
of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be CMC, Debo, or somebody on defense.
Yes, exactly. It'll be Bosa. It'll be Bosa, CMC.
At the same time,
Yeah,
Vinatieri was the MVP of a Super Bowl.
that's true.
I mean, when
Right.
you hit the clutch
So was
kick,
Malcolm Butler.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like.
All right. Anyway,
But that's my point, though. Is like, yes, you have good players around you.
right. So does every other MVP caliber
Yeah.
quarterback.
This year, CeeDee Lamb's real fucking good.
Yes.
He's
Yep.
fucking catching everything.
Yes. Yes. Patrick Mahomes, right? Really good quarterback. Nobody's catching anything around there.
Yeah.
So you can have a really good quarterback that has receivers that drop everything, or you can have a pretty good quarterback that has
Also-
receivers that pick up everything.
Also, to that, people are saying the same thing about Tua. When Tyreek is off the field, Tua's garbage.
Right.
Tyreek is having his best season. He was with Patrick Mahomes.
During his best seasons, statistically so far.
So, and he's having better seasons with Tua.
Yes, and so
I'm not
Patrick
saying-
Mahomes is getting all this praise for being the MVP during
Yeah.
those years. Couple of MVPs to his name now.
Yeah.
And Tua is getting, the same Brock Purdy treatment, which is, well, you've got an offensive genius behind you. You've got
Right. Andy Reid's pretty fucking good coach.
right, he's pretty good,
Travis Kelce, pretty good tight end.
right?
Yeah.
I think honestly the biggest benefit in terms of the biggest pretender on the Chiefs is Travis Kelce. I think that he's great. I think he's a guy that fits that system perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You see that video I sent you of because one of my favorite plays of this week was the fake screen tight end touchdown for the Seahawks, or not tight end. So screen to the left, fake screen to the right.
I know which play you're talking about because
Yeah.
that play really pissed me off.
Yeah. So you didn't watch the video that I sent? Probably on Twitter.
I don't think I saw it.
We took it from you guys. Last year, you guys put the same play against us exactly for a Kittle touchdown.
That's hilarious.
And we just went, that's cool. I want to do that. And so then we're like, bloop, bloop, touchdown.
yeah,
Great.
yeah,
So heads up, we're watching tape.
it didn't
What?
work. Yeah, you didn't watch enough.
Yeah, right. All right, so did we talk about the Falcons yet?
Yeah, we're all taking the Falcons.
We're all taking the Falcons.
Yeah,
All right. Next up, we got Houston at Tennessee.
That works. That works
Titans.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine. We're gonna go with it. Houston are dogs, 3-point dogs. Titans are
Because-
3-point favorites.
nobody thinks that CJ Stroud's going to play.
Exactly, and that's the big factor for me. Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't like that. Is Nico playing?
No.
So Nico's out.
Yep.
And Tank Dell's out.
Yep.
And probably CJ Stroud's out.
So you have Noah Fant, you have Robert Woods, an aged Robert Woods,
Yeah.
and
Mechie.
then their tight end is still he's questionable right now. I'm drawing a blank on who that was.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. So he was questionable as well. He's been out 2 weeks, I think, now. So their backup's been serviceable, but it hasn't been the same. Dalton Schultz.
Dalton. Dalton.
So he had been really good with them,
Yeah.
and their backup's been decent, but not to the same extent. So you're down. Basically, your starting
Offense?
positions. Yeah, your starting
starting
offense.
skill positions.
Yeah, and now you probably don't have your starting.
Who's
quarterback.
running the ball over there?
It would be Davis
Singletary.
Mills. Oh, running the ball. It's Singletary and
Pierce.
Yeah, Damian Pierce.
Okay. Yeah, your
So-
offense is gone.
Yeah, I'm taking Titans.
Yeah, we're all taking Titans, right? Yeah. Yeah, again, CJ Stroud's in there, and I'm questioning the line, but without Nico or Tank,
And at this point,
yeah,
he's in concussion protocol.
Nico, yeah.
No, Nico
CJ
got a knee. Was it concussion also, or
I don't think his was. I think his is a
knee or ankle or something, right?
hamstring, maybe.
Hamstring, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Calf.
Calf.
Get up, 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 up.
But I mean, CJ Stroud could play. He's got a clear concussion protocol, obviously, but for the most part, that's been a 2-week thing this year
Yeah.
to clear concussion protocol.
There have been
So-
a handful of players that have come back early within the week.
Supposedly, TJ Watt is going to clear.
He cleared.
Yeah,
So
After
he's
getting
back.
kneed in the jaw. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
I didn't see the play.
Didn't-
Was it
didn't
bad?
ca-
It was the first fucking play.
Didn't
That's
catch.
why I didn't-
Literally the first play.
Did not catch any shit, any face guard, anything. Just straight knee to the bottom of the chin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
At full
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, that was Zeke
Ouch.
right to the chin as he was running past him. It was just like, bam.
Wow. By the way, I don't know why this isn't talked about enough, but Zeke is an Ewok, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like
Yeah.
he just
shaved
looked.
Ewok.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
maybe not even now. Like he's pretty hairy.
Yeah.
Like top to bottom, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that he's got a full body fro.
Well, I mean, for a long time he was wearing the half shirts, and he was
Yeah.
it was always
Good point. He
Yeah.
had that shredded down, like so. He like
maybe that's where it was. Maybe he shaved
Yeah,
from
right.
here to here.
yeah, yeah. Frodo's scrolling, so it sounds like we need to go.
I'm trying. Just keep us on track.
See, that's the first time you have ever kept us on track.
That's true.
You don't even hit the blue button sometimes.
I'm gonna push it off right now.
Tampa Bay traveling to Green Bay. Green Bay is 3.5 points favorites.
I have to think that Green Bay's going to bounce back with this at home, so I'm going to take Green Bay here. I don't like the spread though. Like Tampa Bay, I wouldn't be shocked. Tampa Bay might be the better bet, but I just feel like they're going to try to keep that playoff thing alive, and I'll take Green Bay.
Tampa Bay is getting burnt on the back end. They've got a pretty good run defense. So like Green Bay is set up to like correctly to do it, but I think Watson's still out. Dobbs didn't do anything this last week, so maybe he gets a little bit more in, but I do think that Tampa Bay still wins this game.
I've got Tampa Bay on this one.
So my first island.
Yeah. Suck it, Island.
We can just fly right through this next one.
Why? You don't think that there's going to be any debate about whether or not the 49ers are going to beat the Cardinals by
think-
more than 12.5
I
points?
think it's how much are they going to rape them?
yeah.
Like, is it just a little bit of unwanted touching,
Well-
or is it Scott in trading
Also,
level rape?
we're on a touchdown drought right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Touchdown drought?
yeah.
CMC.
goodness.
CMC touchdown drought. He's got a whole game without a touchdown.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I take back my MVP comment. That's, by the way, did you guys see the stat that he's led the NFL in rushing since week 1? And that's like super rare. If he can finish out the season by
That
then
actually
he
makes
will-
that
then
makes
he-
a lot of
then
sense.
He will have had every single week because he opened the season with 150 something rushing yards.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if he can finish,
And
out the
generally,
season-
you'll have somebody that jumps out at the beginning, either gets hurt or tapers off.
yeah, plenty of different things.
Yeah.
But no, he's in fact.
I think
yeah.
he's one behind.
What was it, 2 years ago when Derrick Henry was out after like week 6, but was still in the top 10 for like
Yeah.
for like
Fucking-
12
Dude,
weeks?
I know. Like when he was putting up 200 yards a game for a while there was a
This-
nasty stretch.
Yeah.
Not so much like as in yardage, but Mostert's the sneaky one there. in the rushing because I think he's second.
He is second right now. There is a large gap, and the issue is
Large gap in yards. I think
Yes.
touchdowns there isn't.
rushing touchdowns.
Yes.
Correct.
Passing, not so
rushing
much.
touchdowns. He has more.
Yeah.
Overall touchdowns, CMC has the most right now.
So 12.5-point favorites. What do you guys feel?
Yeah. So like Mostert's at 16, whereas Christian McCaffrey's at 12.
Yeah.
But then
Oh, this is just rushing.
yeah, it's
now.
just rushing. If you switch, he's got like I think Christian McCaffrey's on 18 touchdowns on the year right now.
Probably. With his receiving work.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I would just put running back touchdown leaders. And that's probably receiving, receptions.
Honestly, if you just click touchdowns, he's gonna be up there
That's
somewhere,
Yeah.
relatively high. Brandon Ayuk is at 6.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not as high as I thought. Next
Well, there's a
page.
lot of 6s.
Yeah.
A lot of 6s. Christian McCaffrey at 5.
So he's got 17
17.
total in the year.
And does Raheem have?
He has a
any?
couple passing. Yeah.
Okay. So this game, 12.5
Niners.
point favorite.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna? I mean, look, I actually kind of understand taking the Cardinals on this because it seems like maybe their offense might be starting to click a little bit with Kyler. But are the Cardinals better than the Seahawks? I sure hope not. I
No.
don't think they are. Even the bad Seahawks. So I'm taking the 12.5 points and
The only thing that, I mean, if it turns into some type of a trap game.
yeah, right. Which seems to be the Arizona Cardinal thing.
I hope it's
But
not for
the-
you guys.
The Niners are also looking at this going, we're playing this game at a time.
And division matters. Your division record's going to matter when it
And-
comes to a tiebreaker.
And against Seattle, it was not a clean game by any
No.
means.
Not the second one, no.
No, maybe not the second one.
Yeah, correct. Not the second one.
Right.
So, like, in the
By the way,
post,
I was actually pretty pleased with Drew Lock. Like
Yeah.
him coming in, playing
Yeah.
the way he did.
He
I
looked-
was
he
actually
looked
pretty
fine.
happy with it. I
He looked
kind of
good.
want him to finish out the season and see what we got with him.
Shanahan said after the game in the locker room, he's like, we got the dub. That's the most important thing. But he was like, do we think we played the best game we could have? Everybody was like, nope.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, they have the 1 seed right now. They win, they keep it.
That's really what it comes down to. Right now, if they just win every game,
Yeah.
They're-
keep control.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Everything goes through San Francisco at that point.
Right.
So, we don't have to travel anywhere at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would've liked
Where's
that.
Super Bowl this year?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And
Everybody's sleeping at home
This is our furthest travel. Everything else is at home.
for the rest of the season.
Yep. So we traveled to Arizona, and everything else is home.
You guys are on a team bus. You're not even in a plane, probably.
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's awesome. I mean, fuck you guys, but that's awesome. Okay. Next, the 105 game. The next 105 game.
Rams.
Washington Commanders at LA Rams. Rams are 6.5 point favorites.
I don't think this game will be close.
You have
Look at the over under on that one. I'm
You
surprised.
It's because Washington's allowing everything.
Yeah.
Like this game is Washington. Sam Howell, I think, is still leading the league in
Passing.
Passing.
yards. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yes,
God damn, dude.
he's leading the league, but he has no top receivers.
No, because he's having to throw whoever.
He's
he
literally
can
throwing
find.
to fucking everybody.
The Blake Bortles effect. The
Yeah.
garbage time. The garbage time, man.
Well, it's not even that. Like his offensive line is just so fucking bad. Like he's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like if they could get a better offensive line next season, I think you see potential in the team.
but they have no defense, no
No.
pass defense at all.
no.
Okay, they have a couple of good players. Nope.
No,
got
they don't.
Rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're taking the Rams.
So so like this game could be huge for Cup.
yeah.
Because this is the type of game where you're going to pass the ball deep because he's going to be wide the fuck
He's
open.
just gonna go bananas.
Whereas like Puka, he's that like screen guy, that type
Yeah.
of thing, where he turns it into something.
yeah.
But Kupp is the one that's stretching the field on this team.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Kupp has a couple of touchdowns in this game.
Yeah.
Bomber of a game. Yeah, we're all taking Rams, right?
Yeah.
Nothing like okay. The 125, we have Cowboys at the Bills. This is sort of this is a wild spread to me. Cowboys are 2-point dogs.
Yeah.
Going to Buffalo, and I understand that, but the over/under
What's
is
the weather
50
supposed to be
points.
like?
So even if it's bad weather, they're still expecting a lot of points, and I just don't see the Bills keeping up with them.
I mean,
They've had 3 games where they've been offensive powerhouses or whatever you
what
want to
was
call
it? Who did they play 2 weeks? They played. Was
Your mom?
Oh, it was the Eagles. They went toe to toe with the Eagles. I mean, obviously the Eagles are a little different.
yeah.
But than Dallas is. But they played the Eagles and the Eagles squeaked it out at the end.
Yep. Because that's what the Eagles do.
But that was a 34-37 game.
So Bills, going back through the last couple of weeks, we've got offensive points put up, or I guess points put up: 24 points, 18 points, 22 points, 32 points, 34 points, 20 points. Yeah, okay, so they're putting up some points.
Yeah.
In that same stretch, they're 1,
2-2.
2-2, 3-2.
3-2.
No, 2-3. So they've lost 3 games
Yeah.
in that stretch. So they've lost to the Bengals, the Broncos, and the Eagles. And Bengals, Broncos, and Eagles. Are the Cowboys better than all of those guys?
Yeah, but again, the Cowboys have put up a lot more points at home.
Right.
Yeah.
The at-home versus away game.
What are the weather?
It's 43 and cloudy, nothing bad.
Okay.
Not even windy.
That's a fucking...
I'm taking Cowboys here.
I get it. I do think the Bills are going to win this game, though.
Really?
I
I
do.
really hope not.
Really? Really? All right. Yeah. This is part of my parlay. I'm taking Cowboys on this one. For show.
This is part of my parlay.
Yeah, and this one surprises me. So we've got the Ravens at the Jaguars. Ravens are 3-point favorites. And the Jags are a team.
Baltimore is
They're weird.
They're
Yeah.
very weird, man.
like outside of the fact that you want your team to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do you trust anybody at this point in the AFC to actually make it to the Super Bowl?
No.
Like, you can't look at anybody there and say, "Oh yeah, that's the Super Bowl contender right now
That's
for
the
the AFC."
contender.
For the
Yeah.
AFC,
No, it's easier in the NFC.
yeah. I mean, it's literally one of 3 teams basically at this point.
Right.
That you look at and you go, "Yeah, that totally makes sense that they're going to make it."
Right. It's kind of nice. And the Ravens, if they win, they clinch. But the playoff, at least playoff berth,
Right.
first one. But they also play down,
Yeah.
and they let
Right,
teams
Well,
come.
I mean, look at the Rams.
yeah, the Rams should have won.
It was
won that
a
game.
shootout with the Rams.
Yeah, and I think their success it's acceptable.
Susceptible. Yep.
Susceptible, yeah. To that, I think they lose this game. I think Jaguars at home with Trevor Lawrence, even though they lost last week, I think they're going to try to put something together. It's going to be a close game, and I think the Ravens will do something to shoot themselves in the foot.
I don't. I think the Ravens are going to do really well here. I think they're going to be perfectly fine. And the Jags get their ass kicked. They get their ass kicked by some pretty good teams. Then they come out and they score a bunch and they hang up some big numbers on some bad teams. And Baltimore, whether they're winning games in a weird way or playing up or playing down, they're the AFC leaders, right?
They
The only team in the AFC with 10 wins. There are 3
Yeah.
teams with 10 wins in the NFC.
this game, 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 this game This game to me is pretty telling for either team, whichever team wins.
Yeah. So if the Jags come out and lay one down on,
And I don't mean like a squeak by win.
Yeah.
I'm talking if one of these teams comes out and like actually
can shut somebody
legit
down.
wins this game,
Yeah.
I think that's really telling for the rest of their season.
Yeah. I'm
Because
with
you have, like you said, Baltimore, they win this game. They've clinched the playoffs. They've basically clinched their division at that point, most likely. And they're in complete control of the number 1 seed at that point.
Until they play Miami, if Miami wins.
True.
This is also could be for the number 1 seed. The Jaguars
Well,
are a game back of the Dolphins.
Baltimore
right now.
plays this game, and then they go to the Niners.
Yeah. Which I'm really happy about. I need you guys to beat the living fucking shit out of them.
Because then they go to Miami.
Then they fly back East Coast to play Miami.
Fuck, that's a tough week, man.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks there.
Yeah, because they're in Jacksonville,
Then West Coast,
San Francisco,
all the way back.
back to Miami. That's
Jesus.
a rough
3 road
travel
games.
schedule
3 road games.
Yeah.
to basically end the season.
And across country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's fucking
they've got
rough,
to
dude.
they've got to be the hardest remaining schedule. If Dallas is 2, that has to be the hardest remaining
I would
schedule.
think so.
Yeah.
That'll be so. Yeah, I'm taking Ravens. Did I put them as part of my parlay? I feel like I did.
No,
No. Okay.
but
They were borderline for me.
I do lean the Ravens though.
I don't lean the Ravens. I'm like driving speedily towards the Ravens. I'm gonna thump their ass. They're gonna come out on top on this one, and it's gonna be. I think they're gonna win by 10 points.
It'll be interesting to see what the line is against the Niners if they beat Jacksonville.
They beat Jacksonville. Yeah.
And then Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
You got the Philadelphia Eagles trying to put something together now. They've been embarrassed 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
They didn't score an offensive touchdown last week.
Ouch.
Is that good? Is that bad?
It's not great. I mean, they scored a touchdown, but it was on defense. So, travel to the Seahawks. Philly is 4-point favorites.
I'm taking Seattle here. I think they know how to play that type of team, just how the Niners do.
I mean, they played Dallas really well.
They played the Niners.
As
They kept in
we
it.
said a little bit ago, Seattle definitely played better in this game against San Francisco than in the
no
first
question
game.
about that. I am curious to see like if both quarterbacks are healthy, where they're going to start.
And it'll be interesting to see if Seattle. I mean, the thing is, Seattle doesn't have near the pass rush that either the Niners or Dallas have.
Right.
But
We have strung together a couple of good pressure games.
Yeah.
I would like to get rid of Jamal Adams. I like Jamal Adams. I like him as a player. I like what he does.
Jamal Adams is bad in coverage.
He's so bad in coverage.
He shouldn't be a safety.
He shouldn't. He should be a linebacker.
Off-ball
Yeah.
linebacker.
He should be a linebacker, and if they switch his position and put him as a linebacker, I think he'd be a
He
really
should
good
be.
linebacker.
He should be the Dre Greenlaw type
Yes.
player.
Yes, but instead,
Dre Greenlaw is never really on an island against players. Warner is, but Warner can.
Warner's amazing in coverage.
Yes.
For a linebacker, he's
Right.
top notch. Yeah, no, I think I don't think that the Jamal Adams experiment failed in terms of what we gave and what we got out of it. I think that player, that style of player, if we're going to put him in a position where he needs to be one-on-one with a wide receiver, then we failed.
Yeah.
And if you're an offense going against that defense and you don't find a way to put him one-on-one versus a receiver,
Well-
then you failed.
Who was it against? Was it CD? No, it wasn't CD. The final touchdown for Dallas, where Jamal Adams was like reaching, trying to swipe at the ball because he was too far back in the end zone.
Yeah,
Gallup?
I think it was Gallup.
I don't remember.
And then last week,
he's got some great pressures. He's doing some really good things on the line.
I think it's great. What he does on the line is great.
Exactly. So if he's in the box or close, he's an elite level player, but he's not an elite safety because he can't cover. He can't cover.
Honestly, he's way too big to be a safety.
He's big. He looks like a
fast.
linebacker.
He's fast, and that's good. But he's also fragile.
Is he too fast for his hamstrings?
Yeah.
He doesn't usually. He has a lot of broken bones, actually.
So he's glass.
Yes.
Who was safety in Legion of Boom?
Cam Chancellor. No. Yes.
Yeah.
He was strong safety.
Right.
And then you had
Trainba.
Yeah.
Why
Earl
can
Thomas.
I not Earl Thomas? Yeah.
Earl Thomas.
Thomas the Train.
Thomas
there we go.
the Train.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like that's the
not
type.
why they call him Train
No,
Boy.
it's not. But that's the type of player that I picture when I think of a safety.
Is Earl Thomas.
That type of player. Now, when you think about it, Cam Chancellor is
He's got the same size,
yes,
but he was better in coverage.
way better. That dude was fucking scary in coverage.
Yeah. And if you catch the ball, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
I miss Cam Chancellor.
Yes.
That
Didn't
was
he
glorious.
hit
times.
Was it Vernon Davis?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, and he said that was the hardest when he
Yep.
came up. I can picture the play. It's right near end zone, and he hit him as hard as a fucking human being can hit someone else.
Yeah.
And
And
Vernon
it was
Davis,
a clean hit, and all of that.
And Vernon Davis said that shook me like that. I've never been fucking hit that hard ever again.
I think that was the last year Vernon Davis played in San
Fuck
Francisco.
that shit.
He's like, I'm
I'm
out.
fucking out.
Click clack, motherfucker! I'm out of here.
AFC's looking pretty goddamn good right about now. I am. You're taking Seahawks.
Yep.
I lean the Eagles still.
I've got the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm on an island with the Seahawks and the Bears.
I can't trust this defense to put something together. If they can, I just can't do it. They've been playing.
Are
so
any
bad.
of the injuries that you guys had? Because you had what, 2 defensive players go down? Are any of those lasting injuries, or were they?
No, I think they're all
Okay.
day-to-day stuff. I don't think that there's any major issues there.
I
Our offensive
want
line-
Seattle to win this game.
Our offensive line was supposed to be really good this year, and immediately everybody got injured. And I was so excited about our offensive line this year because we were going to finally have some good run blocking. We were finally going to have some cohesion across the line.
But all of your running backs are fragile.
All of our running backs are fragile. They've been doing pretty good this year. I mean, they're obvious. If you're a Seahawk quarter or running back, you're going to go down for a game or two.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Since Marshawn Lynch.
Since Marshawn Lynch, but they're just our offensive line was supposed to be good this year, and everybody got hurt. I think last week or the week before we had the highest number of, or we were tied for the highest number of combinations on the front line, and that wasn't supposed to be the case. We've had that in the past because we had Darrell Bevel and we didn't have any actual offensive linemen. We were putting basketball players out there, and we were trying to make something happen, which was kind of fun. It was a fun little experiment. That failed. This year, like last year, we had a full offensive line. We had the unit. Then they started getting injured, and none of the starters have played together this year. None of them. Which is fucking nuts.
That's not a good stat.
It's not a good stat. So anyway, I'm taking the Eagles because I don't believe the Seahawks can stop. Honestly, I don't believe that they can stop Devontae Smith. I think that Devontae Smith's gonna have a really good game. AJ Brown's gonna be like he's gonna be out there stretching the field and doing his thing. But between Swift and Smith, I think the middle's going to be open. I think
Yeah.
the middle's going to be open. They're going to dink and dunk. And
Plus,
just go crazy.
I mean, Dallas Goedert played last week, but it was his first week back.
Yep.
And
My hope is that it's the same game as the Cowboys. Like,
Yes. If the Seahawks, I absolutely see the Seahawks keeping this one close. And that's what I hope. That's sort of why I took the Eagles, is because it's a no lose situation for me.
like when you look at this on paper, the Eagles should beat Seattle. However,
Yes.
the Eagles have been beating themselves
Yes.
because
And I'm a big fan of beating myself. Like, it's fun. It's best game of my life. High score right here. So
not scoring touchdowns
yeah,
and settling for field goals
yeah.
has been killing the Eagles.
yep.
I mean, to the point, yes, they've won a lot of games, but most of those games this year have all been comeback wins or like second half resurgent wins.
Nice.
So, I mean, you saw that with the Niners.
and
They
in OT games. Yeah,
they destroyed the Niners in the first quarter.
yeah.
They had 6 points on the board.
Right,
6 points is nothing.
right. You have to if you're gonna dominate the way that you did.
That's better.
Then you need to right there. Oh, they can't see it.
That game is completely different if you have not necessarily completely different because like once the Niners got it together, every drive turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right,
But
but if they're down by a couple of touchdowns
but
at that
yeah,
point,
if
then
it's
they might not
14
be able
if
to
it's
string it together.
14-0 rather than 6-0,
Yeah, you score.
it's a different feeling.
You're not out of the game. You're not out of the game at 14 in the first quarter, but still,
Right.
you're playing a different game at
Right.
14. There's sense
As
of urgency.
the Lions, they were up 21-0.
Right.
Yeah. On the
So,
Saints, yeah.
how are we doing on the year for our picks so far right now?
You made it to 100.
Yes, century mark.
Frodo, you were at 106.
Well done.
And
I'm
you're
at
still out ahead.
114. Yep.
Excellent. Yeah.
I need to look back and see where we were at, like at the end of the year last year, to see if we were better or worse. I'm better.
I think
I'm for sure better.
I think on the whole we're worse. I think if we were to take when we get to the end of the season and we look at our picks this year versus our picks last year, I think we're worse this year, but I think that's because on the whole I would bet that betting in general is worse this year.
Yeah, it's been all over the board. I saw someone.
A lot of underdogs this year.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to look for last year's?
Yeah, I was just trying to see what our final scores were. Final for the season last year, which would have been through week 18.
Yeah.
I was at 118. Frodo, you were at 119, and Scott, you were at 121.
So we're not too far
So
off.
actually, we might be better this year.
We might
Yeah.
be better this year.
All right.
I'm definitely better because I need
definitely better.
I need 4 in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's
To
a good point.
to
Now, if I keep
tie.
putting up some threes, I'm not better.
You're not better.
Yeah. All right, so our parlays this week. What do we got on parlays?
So Scott, you have Dallas,
I do.
Denver, and San Fran.
My favorite teams.
You have
Fuck, man. How did that happen?
you're putting down $100 to win 7-14.
Trying to make a comeback here.
You need to because you're down a bit.
I'm down a bit.
where are we at
Let's
for
not
the total?
forget, by the way, at the midway point, I did put all my money in.
Yes.
That
you
was
did.
your choice.
It was my choice. I'm just saying, like,
In all fairness, even if you had that, you'd still be down to Frodo.
I'm at 1,020.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like even if you would have kept that,
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, it'd be underneath Roto.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
That's
I'd be
rough.
betting different.
That's a rough place
No,
to
that's
be.
true.
I'd be betting different with the big stack bet's different. All right.
That's fair. That's fair. Frodo, you have 75 on KC, Cincinnati, and Jacksonville.
You're gonna lose them 2 of those.
Well, I mean, you said you agreed with him on 2 of them.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a joke.
Well, I mean, based on your betting, it's probably right.
Still probably right. That's why none of those are in my parlay.
And then I have, so Scott, you were at 344. Frodo, you were at 1020. I am at 600. I have 50 on Denver, LA, and San Francisco to win 351.
Solid.
So the difference between you and I is what? You
I
got
have 600.
LA Rams?
Yeah. I have LA. You have
I
Dallas.
need you to write down the Rams there. I'm not going to let you squeak by a lot. I'm just kidding.
Every time I have the Chargers in here, which I'm not doing the Chargers because it's the
Yeah, right.
Chargers, I write LAC.
Okay.
The Rams
Okay.
are LA Rams. The Chargers are LAC.
Okay. I just thought you were like leaving it open to like, oh,
Just like
I said the Chargers.
New York,
Yeah.
I have New York for the Jets and New York G for the Giants. That's how I write them down each week.
That's interesting. I would have actually done the opposite of that. I would have done NYJ and NY. That's interesting. I wonder why that is.
Well, New York, I mean, the Jets logo is Jets.
Yeah, it's a couple of towers, right?
Where
No.
No?
No.
Oh, well, obviously not anymore.
It wasn't ever. It's just a jet
and
going
then
this way.
New York is fucking NY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense, but
Yeah.
that's just how I wrote it down.
Both play in New Jersey, so.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's all East Rutherford.
Because I'm pretty sure Manhattan you could not afford to put a.
And the one New York team doesn't
Yeah.
say anything with New York.
There's only 2 teams one NFL team that actually plays in state of New York. That's
Right.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. I was like, they're
Like
in New York for the
Eastern.
state. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, we're kind of New
Or
York.
Western New York.
Western New York, yeah.
Yeah, in Northern, right?
Northwestern, yeah.
Yeah, like they're like Canada border.
Basically. Yeah,
Close.
basically.
Yeah,
Close,
Niagara
right?
Falls isn't far. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's where we're at this next week. I am looking for the big comeback.
Yeah, you don't really think about how many teams are in that northeast region.
Right. It's because there's so many people up there. That's why
Yeah.
People and just how close all of those fucking states are.
Yeah.
Right.
Like us on the West Coast is it's a trek to get to a lot of places.
There's literally yes, there's 4 teams on the West Coast. There's 4 teams in a matter of 50 miles
In the greater
Yeah.
New York area.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. You got Bills, Jets, Giants, Philadelphia,
Yeah.
the Eagles.
The Steelers aren't
Steelers
far.
are not that far.
Indy's not far.
Yeah.
Baltimore's not that far.
No,
No,
it's
Baltimore's
all
right
super
there.
Close.
Yeah.
All right there. Fuck, dude. That's if you like football, that's a good place to be.
It
You
is.
get to go to a lot of different games.
If you like not being stabbed to death or robbed, it's not a
Sure.
good place to be.
It's yeah. Remember, January 6th.
Is 6th day in January.
It is. All right, we will see you guys next week, hopefully with some good news for Scott. Peace out.